The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Weekly Warp Pipe, a podcast dedicated to retro video games, 80s and 90s toys, and all things nostalgia. This week, we're jumping in the Warp Pipe and going back, taking a look at Warp Tour, baby.
That's right.
Music festivals. What's up, Jay?
What's up, man? How are you, Russ?
Great. Super stoked. I did get some tickets to a concert coming up. Newfound Glory is going on tour with All American Rejects in the starting line, and it's going to be great. And that kind of got me thinking, Warp Tour used to be a tour that went around and had tons of like pop punk bands on it for sure.
It was like the greatest way to see a ton of bands all in one day. The most valuable lesson I learned after going to Warp Tour several years, I wore flip-flops, always wore a white t-shirt and basketball shorts for ultimate comfort at Warp Tour.
You wore flip-flops though.
Yeah, because my feet would always get so hot.
They would get hot. I would think they would get sore, stepped on by all the people.
No, I was chilling in some flip-flops, dude. I don't know why. But
Jeez.
Basketball shorts were clutch because they were like breezy,
Mm-hmm. Yep, I could see that.
I just decided, you know what? I don't need to dress like Tom DeLonge everywhere I go. I can get rid of the Dickies shorts. We're just going to go basketball shorts, white Hurley t-shirt, backwards hat, some sunglasses.
Nice.
Dude, so listen to this. My friend Matt, his dad used to work for, I think it was Harris Teeter, but it was basically like a grocery store chain in North Carolina. And he lived in Charlotte, which is like an hour 30, hour 45 from here. And his dad would always get us free Warped Tour tickets. So for like 6 years in a row, we went every single year. And we didn't have to pay anything.
Wow, free tickets.
Free tickets every year. And we just had like the greatest time. And usually he would get us like these passes to there was like a Monster energy drink tent. It was when Monster was pretty new.
Okay.
And you could drink endless Monsters. And one day I bet I drank like 4 or 5 of them, not realizing the caffeine content.
Yeah.
The whole way home, I was like
shaking.
I feel like I was about to like go insane. It was crazy.
Well, I mean, it's certainly so. Most of the venues, the way they set it up, because you're having so many bands, there's like the main acts are on the stage, but then they'll have these kind of mini stages around, and tons of crowd. So you're usually out in the sun. So staying like hydrated is definitely key. And a lot of times, the water can be expensive. So these like companies will come out and like, hey, try some Monster for free. But then you're all caffeinated and hyped up on this.
Oh, I was so jacked up just thinking about it. But the best part was they were cold and you were like under a tent. So there was shade, which as you just mentioned, the sun, because it was usually in the middle of summer, like on a huge asphalt like area, and like everybody was sweaty and dirty, and by the time it was over your ears were ringing because you'd listen to music for like 6 hours. But there's so many good bands.
It's probably more than that, more than 6 hours, I'd say.
Yeah, because you probably get there like what,
we probably get there early, you're tailgating or you're just getting in line ready to go, because the main thing too was you would get there and you knew what bands were playing, but you didn't know A, what stage they were on,
right,
and B, what time they were playing. So you had to go, and there was a giant wall that had all the acts on it, and then you can like, okay, Blink-182's playing this stage, and
right,
I'm gonna go see Census Fail on the Ernie Ball stage, and
Saves the Day is gonna be over here at the the van stage or whatever.
Right. And so then a lot of times you would have conflict, like, okay, this band's playing, but also this band I want to see is playing. So do I have time to watch half their set and run across and see the other band, essentially, or just choose, like, I saw them last year, I'm going to see these guys this year?
Yeah, usually it was set up to where there was always a definitive band that I wanted to see at the time. I don't ever remember having that conflict. It's like, okay, it's either Newfound Glory is over here. Okay, Midtown's over there. All right, we're gonna go see Newfound Glory. Midtown can suck it.
God, I wish I could hate you for it. Hey, Midtown's actually got some new stuff out on Spotify.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
They released, I think, either 2 or 3 songs. So You guys
Mid
got Spotify or iTunes? Check them out.
Midtown had an album called "Forget What You Know." I think
Mhm.
that's what it called was. That album is perfect the whole way through. So I was joking about Midtown. I love that album.
Yeah, they're definitely a good band. But I mean, not only pop punk bands, they had a lot of like screamo bands.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said,
screamo,
Silverstein,
The
Senses Fail,
Used.
The Used played, and even like I want to say like hardcore bands play. I'm pretty sure Hatebreed played at one of
Oh
the
yeah, Rancid maybe.
yeah, punk bands. Yeah. At my Warp Tour, I remember one year I saw Mest play,
Mhm.
and they did a cover of what is it? I'll stop the world and melt
No,
with
with you.
you.
Oh,
But
that's cool.
but they did it with for whatever reason. I think he has a radio show in Connecticut, but D. Snyder from like
Okay,
Twisted
yeah.
Sister
Yep.
like came on stage and sang that with them
That's funny.
for some reason. I was like,
So
okay,
that's funny that you bring that up because I was about to mention I saw Millencolin play one time, and oh my god, the skaters Steve Caballero came and played bass with him.
nice,
He's a famous skater from
yeah,
back
yeah,
in the
yeah.
day. They had a really dope skateboard deck with like a dragon on the bottom of it. It was a sick deck.
Nice.
Did you ever like
Yeah,
Millencolin?
I didn't listen to them. No,
Okay.
can't say I did. I was gonna say, but didn't they have like certain areas with like a half pipe at Warped
Yeah.
Tour, and you could
Yeah.
watch people skate?
Yep. Could watch people skate. They probably also had like I don't know, like sideshow acts maybe, like some other crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely kept you entertained in case you didn't there wasn't a band playing that you wanted to see.
Right.
Um, they had tons of like merch booths set up, and like you said, a lot of people there promoting stuff. So you got your like join the army tent or whatever, and
Yeah, that and it's like freebies and stuff. I remember the '03 sticker sticks out to me because they had like sticker tables where you could go get free stickers and stuff. So I always went home with like really dope stuff, like stickers, like little swag they would give you.
nice. I will say the first time I went to Warp Tour, I can definitely remember it was I don't know the year. That's the only thing, but I know I went and it was in Randall's Island in New York.
Okay.
So we ended up driving there and parking in the parking lot. You go in, and the thing with Randall's Island, it was like mostly dirt
Oh
instead
Lord.
of grass. So when the circle pits got going, it's just this cloud of like dirt coming up, and there was like people wearing like respirator mask in there and whatnot. I know Henry Rollins. I want to say
Oh yeah, he was probably
um,
wild.
headline. I think it was them and Rancid might have headlined that show. But I do remember going over and seeing Good Charlotte perform on the side stage, and there was like, you know, 50 people there or something like that. And I had just gotten their album, so I knew all their songs. So I was like singing along and all that. And I was like, yes, this is
That's cool.
awesome.
That's
Um,
cool.
and I went with a group of friends, but we kind of broke away. Like, okay, I want to see these bands. They didn't want to see Good Charlotte, so they went to see, another band or whatever. And it was super fun. And then it finally did come to Connecticut. So then the future years, I was able to go to the Connecticut dates.
I remember seeing Under Oath, and the keyboard player would do like handstands on his keyboard, and when he signed his autograph, he would draw like a little picture of himself doing a handstand.
Gee, that's commitment.
It was like pretty intense.
Just got to keep signing them, doing sketches.
Yeah. What was the biggest band you think you saw at Warped Tour
Um,
as far as like success level that the band eventually got to?
I mean, obviously Blink.
You did see Blink at Warped Tour?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they were never there when I went.
I'm trying to think who else. Oh, Paramore.
For me, it was probably My Chemical Romance.
Oh, okay,
They
nice.
headlined one night. That was pretty cool.
What?
Alkaline Trio was there too.
Oh, yeah. I did. Yeah, I never got to see them live. Fortunately. Um, I was gonna say so we also had, being in a band. I myself never got to play Warp Tour, but
Ah,
my friends who were in bands did get to play some of the shows, and so I was able to go in and like film them. They had like the like local band stage, so a few of my friends played that. So I was like, oh, only to play Warped Tour.
I
And
remember one. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I we thought it would be an easy in because the owner of Warped Tour is Kevin Lyman, and my name's Russ Lyman, and I'm like, Uncle Kevin,
Uncle Kev, don't
it's
forget me.
your nephew, like with the band, hook me up.
That's hilarious.
But nope, never worked out.
I was about to tell a story about how I bugged Taking Back Sunday one time to take me back to meet Blink, but then I remembered it wasn't Warped Tour because Blink it was, Blink wasn't at any of the Warped Tours I went to.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Come on, I know you know the band, take me back there." They probably thought I was, like, the biggest idiot. I was a little too obsessed with Tom.
Jeez,
Yeah,
jeez.
yeah. What about, like, did you guys ever meet any girls at the Warped Tour?
Um, for the most part, when I was going, I was like with a girlfriend.
Oh,
Going
okay.
for the Warped Tour, so we go together, and sometimes we split up or whatever and hang out, but, I mean, that would be certainly prime place to meet a girl. It's like someone that likes the music that you like, k probably dresses similar
Yeah,
into that culture, and then who knows where you came because people, maybe drive a few hours to the Warped Tour, so you could be there just that day, so you can meet up and, hang out and have a good time.
yeah, you can be like Mark, "I couldn't wait for the summer at the Warped Tour. I
That's
remember that's the first time that I saw her there."
right. I was sad that I did not get to go to the last date that they had here. I was, like,
Because
working
is Warped Tour nixed now?
yeah, yeah,
They
they
killed
said
it?
yeah, I think a couple of years now, probably, I wanna say 2019 or 2018, something like that.
I think the
I guess
last
I can
time
look
I
it up.
went was probably, like, '07 maybe, '08 possibly. It's been a while. I can't remember.
What was the last Warped Tour? Um, 2019,
Okay,
95 to 2019 it ran.
'95 to 2019, and I probably had a solid streak from 2001 to 2007 or '08, so
Like, what is this quote on it? Just under Google. Why did they stop doing the Warped Tour? Warped Tour died because punk culture sold out. It's a stra- it's a strange contradiction to be anti-establishment in a punk rock when it's like sponsored by Target and brought to you by Walmart. The used Burt McCracken told Vice News. It's all horse poop.
that's hilarious. Bert.
um, yeah, I'm trying to think of what other
Did you
stuff
ever see
that.
The Used there? I saw The Used.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I saw them there. I think I saw them at Ozfest.
I saw Newfound Glory, The Used, Alkaline Trio, Under Oath.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw Sum 41 there. MCR,
Okay.
uh, Millencolin, S Saves the Day was always there. I loved seeing Saves the Day there. God, who else was there? Were you a big Saves the Day fan?
Yeah, like it took me a while to get into what was their first one? Not Through Being Cool.
Can't Slow Down?
Probably that one of those two. Like, and I was like, I don't know if I like them, but they've grown on me. Like the first two albums, definitely fantastic. And I think
S
was the
Stay
one
Stay
after Stay.
Stay What You Are was with At Your Funeral.
Yes, yeah, yeah, that one
Through
as
Being
well.
Cool was the first one I ever got from them.
Um, but I don't think I ever got to see them live.
Oh, man, they're good. Chris Connolly is the lead singer's name.
I'm trying to see what some.
Oh, I saw AFI there one time too, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, nice
They were
Warped
freaking
Tour.
rad.
Let's see what the Warped Tour lineup was in 1995.
Probably like Bad Religion, NoFx. Oh, I saw NoFx there too. Pennywise, Screeching Weasel.
I mean, I'm gonna just name the bands that I know. Here I could bring up so you guys can see.
That'd be cool.
This one here. So we got Deftones played, which I was like, oh, okay, that would have been interesting to see. Face to Face.
Good Riddance,
Oh, No Doubt.
Guttermouth, Lagwagon, No Use for a Name,
Sick of It All. Sublime.
Swinging Utters.
I don't think I know any. Your Mom. There's a band called Your Mom,
Your mom goes to college.
and it started August 4th, 1995, Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, they're at Myrtle Beach. 95.
Did they come to? Yeah, they didn't come. Obviously, Connecticut then. Jersey. And then they ended in Irving, California, September 4th.
I bet Blink was there '97. What do you bet?
Let's see. Oh, when it breaks down main stage and, it'll say main stage. Yep, Blink 182.
Told you.
Who else did see was headlining on there?
Tree
Less Than Jake, Limp Biscuit, Real Big Fish,
Lagwagon,
Weezer.
Pennywise, Offspring, Mighty Mighty Bosstones,
Nice. Yeah, so that was a good year, definitely.
Weezer. That's crazy. Millencolin was
Second
there.
stage. Oh, we got MXPX, my boys down there.
H2O, Sugar
So
Ray. That's funny.
well, I would
Everybody.
say there's certainly a lot of different acts too. Like it wasn't all pop punk and metal. That they definitely had like rap artists
Yeah. Oh
on
yeah.
there as to all sorts of different music. So if you
Get
were
Up
in,
Kids. Oh, it's crazy.
let's see, and do we have
Did
more
you like the
more
Get Up
this one?
Kids?
Yeah, I heard a few tracks here and there of them.
Their album, Something to Write Home About. Perfect. All the way through.
Perfect, perfect album.
Perfect album. No
Fa-
kidding.
Fast forward to 2011 is the 17th annual Summer Warp Tour Festival. Um, let's see,
Oh, they had a
kicked off with.
Nintendo 3DS stage. That's cool.
Oh, did they? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yes, here's some of the stage names. Was that's another thing. The stage names were interesting for Warp Tour. Advent Clothing Stage, Alternate Press, Nintendo 3DS, Skull Candy, Ernie
Skull
Ball
Candy.
Stage.
Remember when Skull Candy was real big in like the late 2000s?
Oh yeah, get get that. Ernie Ball Battle of the Bands stage, the Kevin says stage,
Kia,
or Kia Kevin says.
whatever that means.
I would maybe it's just sponsored by Kia, but it's basically the Kevin Lyman stage. Like he says, you play this stage.
Oh, that's what it was. Kevin Lyman.
Yeah.
Jack's
Um,
Mannequin was there. Sweet.
Paramore, Less Than Jake, Devil Wears Black. Look, oh my God, these are my friends. Shut Up
Shut
and
up and
Deal.
deal.
Those are my buddies.
That's so funny.
They played 8-7. Yeah, they did play a few of the Warp Tours. There's a video if you guys look up Shut Up and Deal if you're curious. My friends' bands, um, they were on there. My old bass player was in that band with them.
That's funny.
Um, any other bands that stick out? All Time Low, Devil Wears Prada,
I don't like any of those bands. Sum 41, Unwritten Law.
the Nintendo 3DS stage. Hello Goodbye was on there.
Did you know when he goes, yeah, my girlfriend likes UL and DHC. You know what UL is? Unwritten Law. DHC, Dance Hall Crashers.
Oh, okay. So they thanks for that knowledge, Jake.
You're welcome.
Um, did you wear Vans shoes? This is the Vans Warped
I
Tour.
did not. I don't think Vans are
Really?
very comfortable.
Okay.
Plus being the humongous Tom fanatic that I was, I wore Macbeths.
See, I never got Macbeths. I was either Airwalks or Adidas.
Airwalks for me was like 1994, early
Okay.
skateboarding days. I thought Vans looked silly. Um, I wore Audios, which also looked silly. Bam Margera had them.
Hmm.
And Tom had made like a custom audio, but I could never find it. It was the dopest shoe ever. Can you type that in? Tom DeLonge Audio, ADIO. Sorry,
ADIO.
I'm making you go off on a tangent real quick. But they're the dopest shoe ever.
ADIO.
I think that's how you pronounce it. So it's the black one right there with
Oh,
this.
okay.
Those were so sick. They look like Sambas. I wanted those so bad, but I could never find them.
Yeah, they look comfortable.
But anyway, he ended up making Macbeth, so I wore those.
Warp Tour.
Wonder what the '03 one was, because that's one I remember. I have the sticker for sure.
Warp Tour '03.
Yeah,
Stage 1. NoFx, The Used,
yep.
Slick Shoes, Glassjaw, Yellow Card,
Yellow
Census
card.
Fail,
Yep.
Matchbook Romance, The Early November, Motion City Soundtrack,
Oh, I remember seeing Motion City soundtrack.
Taking Back
CBS,
Sunday, Dropkick Murphy, Simple Plan. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Alistair,
Alistair.
it,
I remember them.
Coheed and Cambria,
Yep.
Avenged Sevenfold, Mess,
Mess. Yep, that was a good year.
certainly good lineup. And then again, too, also I'm reading this is a CD, so you can get a soundtrack basically of one song from each artist on there. So that was definitely a big thing, getting the band's Warp Tour CD of that year. If you maybe, couldn't go to the show or whatever.
That's
Uh,
crazy.
What is this one here? It's got 311, A Day to Remember,
It says 25 years, so it must have been 2010?
the Aquabats. Yeah, Blink
No,
is
no, no,
on
no,
this.
no.
25 years
Because
journeys.
it started in '95, so
This says,
2000.
oh, this is the last one, 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah.
This is the last Warp Tour lineup. The Offspring's on there, Save Ferris, Real Big Fish, Simple Plan, Man
Take It Back
Overboard,
Sunday.
Good Charlotte. So definitely a good lineup.
Yep.
This was 2 days on the beach in Atlantic City that we're looking at. But yeah, I did miss it. And I don't know, like festival shows like that, are there still is I think Bamboozle might be. I don't know if
Yeah,
you heard of that one.
there's a new one coming out, like, in the I think it's, like, in, like, Arizona or somewhere.
Well,
It might
right
be
now there is the When We Were Young festival in Vegas,
that's the one I'm thinking of.
but it's basically not Warped Tour toured, okay? It came to your state. With
Right.
this, it's just you gotta go to Vegas.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Warp Tour went everywhere. That was a really rad thing about Warp Tour. Man, think about how much work that was for, like, the stage crews.
Oh my god, I can't even. Well, my friends Shut Up and Deal, basically they got to play the dates, but then they were the like kitchen staff essentially to help feed the bands. Like they would help set up stuff and like bring them food and all that to kind of
Wow.
pay their way to be on Warp Tour.
Wow.
So
They
and then this
suckered 'em in there.
and then I mean, that's how they would kind of get paid. So they would get, whatever, like 2 meals a day and
Yeah.
whatever water. But
2
again,
meals a day of water. What is
I don't
this,
know. I'm just
concentration camp?
just making. I'm just guessing. But they did say they did get a ton, like you said, of like Monster or Red Bull or whatever energy drink is. They got a ton of that. So then they're like dehydrated but drinking all this energy drink. It's like terrible.
I remember about having a panic attack. I was like, "I think my heart's gonna explode." And I bet I
I
drank like 6 Monsters.
I was more worried about getting like sunburn because it's so hot. So you want to wear either a tank top or something short sleeve, but then your shoulders are like all exposed through. That's big, because you're standing shoulder to shoulder, people, so your neck's gonna get burnt. So I'm like, do I have enough sunscreen on? I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah, I'm pretty sure sunscreen was the other thing that we figured out, like, sunscreen's a must. But I'm telling you,
Oh,
dude, flip-flops and basketball
dude,
shorts
I
were
don't know how
key.
you were doing flip flops with the crowds.
I don't know.
I mean, did you just watch the bands from afar? Like you didn't get like into like the pit area or whatever?
No, I definitely wasn't a pit guy, like, I wasn't doing all, like, the skanking and all that stuff. I would get, like, front stage, I mean, but, like, who's gonna be moshing at, like, a Newfound Glory
I mean, you're
show?
you're jumping up and down though. You're
Yeah,
like
but there was,
that,
like,
and then you lose a
13-year-old
flop.
girls. I could punch a 13-year-old girl in the face.
Where you? What about crowd surfers?
Never was a crowd surfer either. I just feel
Now,
like I'm just
y-
sitting there looking at the band, chilling.
well, you got to watch out for them. Like you're enjoying the band, and then all of a sudden this foot comes in from
Oh, yeah,
behind
I
you.
mean, I would help move them along, you know? That didn't affect my flip-flops.
I
I
guess
I
not.
was I was probably wearing Macbeths too, but I know I wore flip-flops at least once.
Good lord, Jay in the flip flops. Jay is going to see Blink though. I didn't get tickets for Blink
I'm
because they were too
going
expensive for
July
like New York.
14th. July
Nice,
14th in Charlotte. Me and my wife's actually going with me. She's a
sweet.
trooper.
Should have a good time. Did you
Can't
get
wait.
you got seats? You got what do you got?
Pretty terrible seats. Tom's side though, but, like,
Was that on the option? Tom side or Mark's
well, I
side?
know, I mean, he's always on the left. Well, the stage left,
Stage left.
so
Makes sense.
he's my boy. I gotta look at watch his every move, watch his dance moves and his radical guitar playing as he shows me his licks.
Jeez. But yeah, I mean, Warped Tour definitely was something to look forward to, almost like something to start the summer where you're like, it's
Oh,
summer,
yeah.
let's go to like this huge festival, and then you're pumped. Maybe you found out a few new bands that you haven't heard, and you got their CD sampler.
Or maybe somebody
Right.
dropped a new album, like, beginning of summer, like, I know Enema of the State came out, like, June of '99 or May of '99.
Right, and that'd be a good, like, promotional tour if you did just drop an album, and you're on Warped Tour, you're playing every day, new cities, and definitely, showcasing it out. And again, like I said, a lot of people too, like, you're leaving Warped Tour and people are handing out these sampler CDs or
Yeah.
flyers and like, "Hey, check out my band, check out my local band," or whatever, the up and coming band.
I mean, and the fact that I always got in free, I was a no, it was I get to go hang out at my buddy Matt's house, who lived in a three-story, like, mini mansion. Oh, yeah, we're doing it every time.
Was to say, not that I don't think the tickets were that expensive because it's all well, majority, it's all like you just get standing room or whatever, like
Yeah, was it like it was a ticket, $20 maybe?
right. Unless your ticket would be higher if on the main stage you wanted to. Actually, I'm trying to think now with the main stage because I remember going to one. And it was just you're going early in the day, and it's just walk right up and sit where you want. I don't
Yeah,
think it was like you have this seat later on. Who knows? I mean, each venue could be different.
yeah, it was always a fun time, and it's sad that it doesn't exist anymore, and, yeah, so me and Russ were like, "Hey, weekly Warp Pipe this week, we're gonna talk about Warp Tour, especially because summer is right around the corner."
Right, right, for sure. But like I said, I am happy that I'm going to be able to see the All American Rejects with Newfound Glory and Starting Line. So like awesome pop punk bands. I've been rotating the albums on my Spotify, practicing my singing so I can sing
That's right,
all night long.
all night long. Russ is gonna be serenading all those bands. He's gonna be doing all the callbacks.
Like, bring me on stage. I know this jam.
I
We
know this
covered
jam.
this one.
That's right.
I did watch a video that came up on my feed, which was amazing. Was like a bar in like England or something, and there was like a cover band playing, and the caption was when a cover band plays your song, and they were playing Basket Case, and Billy Joel went on stage and sang with the cover band,
That's cool.
and the singer was a girl, and she was like what, and like oh my god, like flipped out, and they're like
That's crazy.
that's really him.
It's really him. It's Billy.
So good.
Billy.
But yeah, I mean, guys, let us know if you went to the Warp Tour. If you're going to any concerts this year, definitely a lot of people
Who
getting back into the concert flow since like the pandemic and all that. It was kind of hard to go to concerts.
and if you're
Uh,
going to Blink, let me know.
right,
If
right.
you're gonna and if you're going to Charlotte, let me know.
Can meet up
Meet up.
for. I did see someone do a. They were going to a Blink concert and they had a big poster board with
Yeah.
all their albums and it said favorite Blink album. They
Oh,
were
I
giving
saw that.
people
I
a
saw that
Sharpie.
too. And they were, like, checking it. I saw that.
Yeah.
TikTok's good about showing you the same thing.
So I think Enema won. I think Enema to the State won.
What would you have chosen?
It's tough. It's either that or take off your pants and jacket, I'd say.
See, I'm really torn between Dude Ranch and Self-Titled. I know those
Oh,
are
okay.
so
So
far
different.
apart,
Yeah.
but
It's like what era of Blake do you want? So I figured it'd be Dude Rants or Cheshire Cat.
no, not Cheshire Cat. Dude Ranch.
Just enough polish.
Oh,
Uh,
just exactly, just enough
Right.
polish, and Self-Titled is just I don't know, pushing in a new direction. I mean, Take Off Pants and Jacket, that's an amazing album. I mean, I'd say Dude Ranch to Self-Titled was the wonder years for Blink.
Fair
I
enough.
hope their new album comes out soon. They haven't dropped it yet. It's summertime, boys. What are you doing?
Right. We think, and I don't know if they're playing any. I mean, I guess they're just playing the one single on the tour.
Which is lame. Like, I wanna hear all the songs live.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'll punch every Blink-182 member in the face.
What did you say? What did you say?
Springfield, let's hear from you.
What's up, guys? All right, we're gonna see what comments you guys said about going to the Warp Tour and checking out the show. We put a post on our YouTube page and the community tab, so be sure to check there and see what we're posting. So I asked who remembers going to the Vans Warp Tour. Started in '95, and the last show was in 2019. So many awesome bands and memories with this summer kickoff event. Me and NES Addict tell our stories of what bands we remember seeing and shows we went to. So we got Samuel Miras said went to Warp Tour in 1998 at Randall's Island. New York City. That's where I saw. I don't know if it was '98, but that's where I went to my first Warped Tour. Fondly remember some of my favorite performances by Deftones. No kidding, on Warped Tour. Incubus, Blink 182, Sharon Poppin' Daddies, Sharon Cherry Poppin' Daddies, 311, and so many more. Good times for sure. Wow, yeah, Deftones and Incubus. I wouldn't think as like a Warped Tour band, but I've seen them together at a show, probably around the same era. But yeah, those are definitely some awesome performers. We got The Real Bit Wars. Went to Warped Tour 1998 in Milwaukee. Saw Bad Religion, All, NoFx, Rancid, and No Use for a Name. All fantastic punk bands. At one point, two bands on different stage finished a song simultaneously, and the singer of Frenzy Rom started talking trash to the singer of the band on the other stage. It was hilarious. Yeah, because you gotta, they have different stages set up. So I guess it happened to they both finished and their mics are live. So yeah, you do some fun trash talking because you're on the tour with all these bands every day. So could either be friendly trash talk or heck, non-friendly. And lastly, we got Mike, who said went to Warped Tour in 1997 in Northampton, Mass. Pennywise, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Sick of It All, etc. Yeah, Mike, that certainly sounds like a dope show for sure. I've seen Sick of It All. I've actually seen Sick of It All. I believe they were with H2O, so another great band. Definitely fun memories, and I miss going to this event to be like a summer kickoff um, show season. All the shows getting ready to go, all the concerts getting warm out, and this was kind of like, all right, summer's here. Let's see some awesome bands. So I don't know. Maybe he'll make a comeback eventually. They did have a reunion show that was in Jersey with a lot of the bands that we mentioned. But I don't know if they'll do another reunion other than that. But thanks so much for leaving your comments, guys. Be sure to check the YouTube community page. Sometimes we also post on our Facebook page and Instagram. So be sure to follow us there at the Weekly Warp Pipe. And yeah, let's get back to the show. Guys, give us a phone call. Leave us a message. It's 949-682-9277. Save the number in your phone or this boglin's going to eat you.
That's right.
Give us some suggestions on topics so we can keep doing this podcast. We're up to almost episode 60. So we've been going for a full year. It's pretty awesome.
Download us with some serious topics because me and Russ, we try to brainstorm and we're like, sometimes
especially we're doing like two a week now because we got the Warp Pipe Wednesdays, which is like shorter topics where we don't think we can talk about it for 45 minutes. And then we have our regular topic and we always record on the same night. So we need both topics ready to go on the same night. So it's like, are we burning ourselves out of topics? Because some podcasts that I follow, they've been going for a few years and they're just getting to whatever episode 60 or 100, and I'm like, we've been going nonstop for a full year, not even missing a week. Some people are bi-weekly or once a month.
And you guys see what Russ is working with. It ain't much here, so come help him out. Let's send us some topics.
Oh geez Louise, the grind is real. But we appreciate you guys listening. If you're listening on Spotify, iTunes, Google, or if you guys are watching here on YouTube, and we much appreciate it. Leave us a comment down below, give it a thumbs up, or if you're listening, leave us a review. You can do a review on iTunes and Spotify. Give us 5 stars.
All
or
5.
4 or 4.
No,
I don't know.
No, 5.
No,
Screw
always
4.
5.
Always 6. 6 stars.
Trying to think. Oh, we totally forgot to do my my power minute.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Do we still jump into it? I don't know. Do you guys want to hear a power minute?
You guys want a power minute?
It's the end of the episode. Here's a power minute.
Power minute.
So excited with Warped Tour. Power minute is where we take a look at a Nintendo Power issue from back in the day and see what the top games were. I got this awesome Super Metroid issue right here. This is from May. Volume 6.
It's gonna be May.
It's gotta be. I missed opportunity to do this last month. It's gonna be May. I did put a sticky note in here so I could just go to the page.
Good old Metroid.
Good old Metroid. So we got our top 20 May of 1994. Okay. These are the top games. Looks like so we'll do Super Nintendo, Game Boy, and NES is
Let's
what they're
do it.
covering. Top Super Nintendo game, Mortal Kombat. Back to the top. The fight for first place is still in full swing, and Mortal Kombat takes it this month. Coming in at number 2 is Street Fighter 2
I was
Turbo.
guessing that was it.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo slipped back down this month, but number 2 is still a great showing. Number 3 is Super Metroid.
Oh yeah.
Samus promised to be a major contender on the top 20 for months to come. Coming in at number 4, another great franchise, Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Link is still the player's favorite this month. A quest like this is hard to beat.
That's right.
And number 5, Super Mario Kart. The racing action is always great when you can drive like Mario.
That's it, man. 5 solid titles.
5 solid titles on the Super Nintendo. And here on the Game Boy, coming in at number 1 is Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Super Mario Land 2 came in at the number 2 spot. We got Kirby's Dream Land coming in at number 3. Oh, wow. And then coming in at number 4, Kirby's Pinball Land.
Ooh.
So he gets 2 spots on the list. And number 5 is Metroid 2, Samus Returns.
Good game.
So another Metroid one there. Yeah, I did beat that one. I kind of used the walkthrough because it's hard to see where you're going. In
I agree. I haven't beaten it yet, so you're ahead of me, Russ.
All right, and then we're on to NES. Let's see what the top games were. I'm trying to show you guys here. Go this way. Number 1 really was Tetris 2.
What?
The 2-player action of Tetris 2 has moved it to the top of the NES charts.
Lame.
The Legend of Zelda came in at number 2. And number 3 was Super Mario Brothers 3.
Man, Zelda and Mario, they were holding that position for a while, eh?
Yeah. Coming in at number 4 was TMNT 3, The Manhattan Project. And number 5 was Kirby's Adventure.
Kirby getting the love.
Yeah, so definitely like same franchises you see take the top across the platforms, across Super Nintendo, Game Boy, and NES. People are enjoying those still.
Let me see that wacky picture of Link right there.
Oh my god, look how derpy Link looks.
Oh yeah, he is derping it up.
It's like, what?
He's got a Game Boy on his side though.
Oh, and his little, yeah, he does, and his little belt there.
Maybe that's his what's that thing called in Breath of the Wild?
His Sheikah Slate.
His Sheikah Slate.
So that was Nintendo Power May 1994. Sweet. All right, a little bit different. Since usually we have like a halfway point, and then I like to jump into that, but it's at the end of the show.
For the real OGs that stick around and get the Power Minute at the end.
That's it. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you're not already. I got a bunch of YouTube channels. You should check them out. Russ Lyman is one of them, The Weekly Warpipe. Snacky Snack Time, where I do food reviews. And 8-Bit Bliss, where I do video game music. That's 4 channels you can find my stuff at. And Jay's got his YouTube channel, NES Addict.
Still up?
Which you can still watch plenty of his old videos. I got a lot of collaborations with me and Jay on there. I like to showcase.
That's right.
You can follow Jay on TikTok as well, where he's posting short content.
That's it.
That's it. That's where you find us. And you can find us every week, Saturday, 7 a.m. for the Weekly Warpipe.
Right there, baby.
Or you can find us at The Rock Show.
That's right.